Hello everyone. Today we would be giving you a glimpse of our application, My Finance Tracker, which unleashes the power of big data analytics on your personal finances. What we want to show today is that with the advances of technology in big data analytics, it is now very easy to keep a check on your finances. As easy as 1, 2, 3, go. How? So what you need to do is to maintain an Excel sheet over here, wherein you can fill in the details of your various expenses and incomes. How? So number one, what you need to do is to categorize them into income or expenditure. Next, categorize income into 3 types: your salary, your interest, and any bonuses, any extra income that you receive. You can also categorize your expenses into 3 types: A, B, and C. A, which are inevitable; B, which may not be entirely avoidable but can have a bit of discretion; and finally category C, which you can avoid with reasonable discretion. Next, you can provide details, the amount spent on or received. Then you can use a big data tool to load this Excel and do all sort of analytics. We are using here ClickSense Desktop, which is a very easy to use and free for personal use as well. So you can build up quick charts to analyze the finances and take control. So what all dashboards you can build up is something which we will show you today. So we over here have 4 dashboards. Number 1 is your income versus expenditure. As you can see, we have data for an year over here. So the total expense and income is being plotted, and you can compare the income and expenditure through this line chart. Next, the income and expenses are being segregated into different categories and the types. So as you can see over here that probably large chunk of my income was because of my salary. Next, my partner's salary, and so on. You can see that June and December were a bit of happy months for us because of the bonuses that we received. Next, we have the expenses, where you can see that probably October was again a happy month wherein we had the least expenses. You can also compare that probably in the month of February my expenses exceeded my income, and probably we need to take a bit of more care in how we spend. Using analytics, you can always filter around and see around. You can drill down and check out how the data is related. What you can do is you can say, for example, select category A and check out that probably February was the most expensive month, whereas in category C probably December was the most expensive month. So based on that, I can understand like what part of expenses I can control. Moving on, next dashboard is my finance analytics, wherein we categorize income and expenses by category and see how they get divided. Also, we see the top contributors to each of them. So probably I can see that house loan forms a very big part of my expense over here. I can always select a particular month and see how that month was going. I can select a quarter and see how the data is changing and where I can put a bit of more control over there. I can filter out on basis of the expenses and so on. I can play around with the data and get all sort of insights from this analytical tool. Moving on, next dashboard is my current month versus previous month, wherein I am plotting the data of my current month versus previous, and so I can compare that. Okay, I had a bit of more income than the previous month, whereas my expenses were less. Again, they are being categorized, and further the detailed explanation is also given over here. Again, I can play around and see how the dashboards are moving, and always understand wherein I can put a bit of more control. And finally, we have this dashboard, which is just a dump of the entire data, so I can look in and see and filter out and get all sort of tabular information regarding my expenses and income. I can filter out, say for example, if I just want to look at my income, I'll select that and I'll be able to see what was my income, what was the total, and so on. If I want to see the expenses, I can again filter out on basis of the categories, months, and so on. So friends, using this tool, you can take control of your finances and get more insights about your savings and spendings. After all, the more you know, the more your nest eggs will grow. Thank you.